So, hi students, today we are going to discuss about chemical bonding, some important topics from chemical bonding. Chemical bonding. So, first, the energy involvement in the formation of ionic compounds. So, energy in formation of ionic compounds, ionic compounds. So, this can be explained by the Born-Haber cycle. Born-Haber cycle. It's explained by the Born-Haber cycle. So this Born-Haber cycle, if you see, so here for example, for the formation of NaCl, formation of sodium chloride, formation of sodium chloride, if you see. So first, the in the naturally occurs sodium metal, which is present in the solid state. Present in the solid state. The solid sodium should convert it into sodium gas. Sodium gas. So here this process is called sublimation. Sublimation. This process is called sublimation. Now, so this process is called sublimation. So here the energy is delta S. Delta H is a positive value because it is a energy required process plus energy. This is the energy required process. This is the sublimation. This is a endothermic process. This is a endothermic process. And next to the sodium gas formed should goes to sodium plus ion, gaseous state to sodium plus ion, sodium plus ion. This process is called ionization process. Ionization process. So here also energy required, that energy we are providing some energy. So this process is occur by absorbing energy. So for this delta H I, delta H I, that is ionization energy, is also positive value. Positive value. This is also again endothermic process. Endothermic process. This is equation 1. Next, the chlorine in the nature, chlorine is present in the form of Cl2 molecule. So, Cl2 molecule in a gaseous state should convert it into Cl atoms. Cl atoms. So, Cl atoms mean here, if you say this process is called bond dissociation. Bond dissociation. Bond dissociation process. For this also we should provide some amount of energy for bond breaking energy required. So this is a delta H bond dissociation, bond energy B. So this is also again positive value, again endothermic process, again endothermic process. And in the next process, if you see, this formed Cl gas. So this formed Cl gas, if you take if you take a half mole, if you take a half mole, this is, we'll get a 1 Cl atom. Take half mole, we'll get 1 Cl atom or Cl gas. Next, this formed Cl gas, in the next step, Cl gas can be absorbed some energy, electron. So we are adding electron to the gaseous state neutral chlorine atom and forms Cl minus gaseous state. This process is called electron affinity. Electron affinity. Electron affinity. So during this process, some energy releases. So here delta H is a negative value. Delta H is a negative value. So this is only exothermic process. This is exothermic process. This is equation 2. Equation 2. So from the gaseous ions, if you form those ions from sodium solid and also Cl2 molecule gas, if you want to get some Cl2, sorry, NaCl molecule, NaCl in gaseous state. NaCl in gaseous state. So we should take that is delta H. Delta H, that is the sum of equation 1 and 2. That means delta Hi plus delta H electron affinity E, electron affinity E, delta H E. So this is generally positive value. This is a positive value we get. The delta H is, or this is a positive value we get. Next, so this is the endothermic process. Delta H is positive energy required process, and when if you take NaCl from gaseous to become NaCl solid state, that is energy released process. Energy released process. Delta H is a negative value. Delta H is a negative value. So here the one concept is the lattice energy concept is there. That lattice energy concept is when NaCl solid to gas, when becomes directly into NaCl, the energy how involved, that is explains about lattice energy. Lattice energy. So here the concept here we are taking lattice energy U. Here U is involved in this case. U is involved minus U. So U is called lattice energy. The energy here involved, here energy involved is lattice energy. So lattice energy mean lattice energy, that is U. Symbol is U. So lattice energy mean the amount of energy released when 1 mole of gaseous state ions, 1 mole of gaseous state oppositely charged ions, 1 mole of gaseous state oppositely charged ions, so when forms a crystal NaCl solid, the amount of energy for this process energy released, so this released energy is called lattice energy, that is minus U. Lattice energy, that is minus U. So here in the Born-Haber cycle, what type of process are involved in Born-Haber cycle? Born-Haber cycle. Number 1, sublimation involved. Number 2, ionization, and also number 3, bond dissociation. Number 4, electron affinity involved, and number 5, and lattice energy involved. Lattice energy also involved. So lattice energy U also involved. So overall the process the formation of NaCl is the overall process is a exothermic process. Now the formation of crystal is exothermic. Now here next to lattice energy. Lattice energy U is directly proportional to the charge magnitude of cation or anion. And also inversely proportional to the size of cation or anion. So lattice energy is directly proportional to the charge magnitude of cation or anion, and inversely proportional to the size of cation or anion. For example, if you take so NaCl, magnesium oxide, and aluminium nitride. So in this, if you take sodium plus 1, chlorine minus 1, magnesium plus 2, O minus 2, aluminium plus 3, N minus 3. Left to right, charge magnitude increases and also lattice energy increases. If you take lithium chloride, lithium fluoride, lithium chloride, lithium bromide, and lithium iodide. So if you see fluorine minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1. So from fluorine to iodine, size increases, so lattice energy decreases. So because inversely related to the size. So cation or anion, that relation is size increases, lattice energy decreases, but charge magnitude increases, lattice energy increases. Now